We're conveying a feeling. We're taking you to a place. We're transporting you to another world when you light one of these things.
It's LeahMouseVlog, LeahMouseVlog, it's LeahMouse's vlog.
Hey my dudes, how you doing today? I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. So I'm super excited today because we have a new candle collection coming out. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This one's gonna be the best one yet, I swear to God. And you know why? If you've been paying any amount of attention whatsoever, and I really hope that you have been, you know that this candle collection is really, really special because my mom, Mama Mouse herself, came up with these candles all on her own. She got in touch with me over Halloween, I think, about these. Like, we talk, you know, every day, and I was, you know, brainstorming my new Halloween candles, and she was like, hey, I got some candle ideas for you. And I was like, hit me. So she told me her ideas, and I was just like, those are spooky and it fits with my line and I love them. They're just not quite Halloween related, you know, so I was like, I'm gonna shelve these and we're gonna come back to them. And over time she added a couple of more candle names and ideas to the list, and I was just like, this is turning into a collection, like, all by itself. And I was like, I'm gonna make a collection of just these, the ones that my mom came up with. And here it is. It is here and I'm so happy. They're amazing. My mom is so cool, you guys. Like, she's really spooky, like me. I mean, where do you think that I get it from, right? And she loves the spooky stuff, and she's really, like, I don't know, really imaginative and really creative. So these are her brain babies. I just brought them to life. So we're gonna take a look at these, and these are up for sale right now on underworldconnection.com and my Etsy shop as well. Both the links to those are in the description below, so be sure to absolutely go check these out when you're finished watching the video, or do it now if you don't even care to finish watching the video, whatever, if you're too excited. I don't blame you. But we're gonna take a look at these. I'm gonna show you, they are hot off the presses. I made them fresh last night. These are the display candles. Most of these are going to mom and the rest are staying with me. So I'm just gonna show you what we got right off the bat real quick, and then we will get into opening each and every one of them, giving them a sniff test, telling you the idea behind them and everything, and we're gonna just dive right into it, okay? So we're just gonna go in alphabetical order for right now because that seems the simplest way to do things. It's something I haven't done before. Usually I go through them one by one and sniff test them as we go, but I'm gonna show them all right now, and then we will specifically get into each one, okay? So we've got Asylum Seekers, Cemetery Picnic, Crow Haven, Dark Secrets, Evil Eye, Hemlock Grove, Portraits of the Dead, and Unfinished Business. Aren't those awesome, you guys? Like, seriously, aren't those like the coolest? Like, I'm sorry, I'm plotzing over here because, like, when I come up with the candles, it's like, well, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I thought of it. So I wouldn't have made it a thing if I didn't think it was a good idea, you know what I mean? But, like, mom came up with these. So it's like, I'm a spectator. I feel like I'm a spectator in this, you know? Like, she's the brain power on this one. I'm just the worker bee who brought it to life, you know what I mean? Like, I just executed it and made it happen, but these were her ideas, so I can sit over here, like, sort of as a spectator and be like, dude, those are awesome. Like, those are so awesome. Like, I would buy these. I would buy all of these. Well, I made them and I have them, so you guys buy them because you're gonna love them, trust me. Okay, we're gonna get into these one by one now. Okay, so we're gonna do alphabetical again. So if you saw one in the lineup that you really want to hear more about, stick around and we're gonna get into these. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it a little quicker than I normally do. Okay, so we're gonna start with Asylum Seekers. The top layer of this one came out a little bit pink because this was the display candle. Of course, this is the one that has to be photographed and shown, and it came out pink. It's supposed to be white. I got a little overzealous last night, and I think I poured the top layer before the middle layer was cool enough for the white to sit on top of it without bleeding through. So that is my bad, but the top is supposed to be white, not pink. This one has a red swirl because, you know, woo. So mom said that the idea behind this one, oh dear. So I asked mom when we were designing these, I said, okay, so for each one we need more than a name. I need a feeling, I need a theme, I need, like, what's this supposed to invoke? Like, what's the thought behind this, right? So we discussed these at length. The idea behind Asylum Seekers, I mean, it kind of is self-explanatory. Like, the people who, like, are kind of morbidly fascinated with asylums and how they work, not necessarily abandoned ones, just like a morbid fascination with, like, disturbed minds, so they seek out the asylums, and you know, like, I mean, that's kind of, and honestly, that's not what I thought that she meant. I thought she meant like the kind of people who go and explore abandoned, you know, asylum stuff. That's not what she meant at all. So I'm glad that I discussed it with her, and that was the idea. So we made it smell sterile, clean, ominous, like an operating asylum. If that's even a PC term anymore, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We're in the spooky community, we use our own words, and it's fine. So this smells like musk and clean air, sort of to give that creepy vibe, but sterile vibe, and sterile in itself is creepy. I mean, hospitals, when they built our brand new high school, it was so sterile, it freaked me out. So, I mean, it's a thing, all right? So, and that's what we've got here. If you can imagine walking down the creepy, sterile hallways with like the deranged screams going on behind the doors, and like the bars and the padded walls, and the nurses in the little crisp uniforms hustling about with the medications to give to the psychotic patients, you know, something like that. That's what we've put into this candle. That is what it will smell like. And I also want to add, by the way, I also want to point out that these candles will be featuring the brand new CD12 wicks that I just got. And they are awesome wicks. I mean, you can't really see it from like right here, but I showed it in another video, and the wicks will burn very well. I tested them and they work awesome. So these have the brand new wicks in them too. And they're really good wicks. There's no zinc core. They're all cotton woven, and they're awesome. Okay, so I'm sorry, I gotta move on from Asylum Seekers. Anyway, I'm sorry, I just can't do this quickly. I just don't know how. Okay, we're moving on to Cemetery Picnic. Okay, check these colors out. Okay, black, green, and gray. Now, Mom helped build these colors, and she had a very specific idea for this. I think Cemetery Picnic is pretty self-explanatory too. But now, see, I would have taken it in a different direction, but this was my mom's brain baby. So she wanted it to kind of smell like floral, but also dark, because we are in a cemetery, right? But it's like, it's cool, you know. I would have made it smell like the stench of death, but that's me. Make things a little creepier than they need to be. But my mom wanted something pleasant, and I don't really have any floral candles, so it works, right? So this is rose, lavender, violet, and musk, and it's awesome. Trust me, it's awesome. I can't believe that we made my mom's idea of having a picnic in a cemetery into this. You have to smell it to know what I'm talking about. Like, if you smell this, it takes you there. Like, it actually takes you there. Like, which is the idea. That's what I try to do with my candles. And I'm so glad that she described her thought process behind these so that I could capture it appropriately. Because yes, you can smell all those florals, you can smell the grass, but you can also smell the musk a little bit, just to give it that, you know, hey, we're not in a park, we're not in a happy place with children running around. Like, this is a cemetery, and it's ominous, but it's also awesome. It's awesomeness, ominousness. Those two words do not work as a portmanteau. Okay, but no, this one is amazing. I love it. It's got a green swirl, and yeah, I think this is gonna be my favorite one, hands down. I swear. Okay, I say that now, but I have a lot to sniff through yet, so we're gonna get through these. Okay, next up is Crowhaven. I love the colors on this one. I sort of swayed the colors in this direction. This one's my fault. I mean, she wanted mostly black, which obviously, because crows, right? And I was just thinking, like, you know, what would be really cool? Like a blue. And she's like, okay, but it's gotta be a dark blue. She's like, I'm on board with the blue. Blue is her favorite color, by the way. But it's gotta be a dark blue. And I'm like, okay, dark blue it is. So this, I mean, that's about as dark as I could make it without making it, like, you know, blend in. And of course, against the black, it's gonna look a little bit lighter. But anyway, it is black and blue, like a bruise. And it's got a blue swirl. Dude. I'm sorry, I turned into an AI for a second. I don't know what that was. So Crowhaven, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember specifically discussing the ins and outs of this one and coming to a landing point, because she was just like, I don't know, just like a place where crows hang out. Like somewhere spooky where crows hang out. Like that's just, she's like, I don't know, a Crowhaven, I don't know. So we've got Crowhaven, okay? It's ambiguous but specific at the same time. Anyway, so this one smells like mold, spices, and earth tones. That's the best I could do of describing it, because there's a lot of complex scents in this, okay? A lot of complex scents. That is the best I could boil it down into a description that people can relate to. But you've got to smell this to believe it, okay? It doesn't smell like mulled spices. It doesn't smell like apple cider or anything. It's just got that, the mulled spice lift on top of the earth tones that are so numerous that I can't specifically list them, but trust me, that's what it is. Watson knows. But yeah, I feel like this is what a Crowhaven would smell like. It's dark, it's spicy, it's like just, I don't know. It's so hard to describe these candles because it's not just like, oh, this smells like a rose and I called it rose, or this smells like orange blossom and I called it orange blossom. Like, you know what those smell like, but like mine, we're conveying a feeling, we're taking you to a place, we're transporting you to another world when you light one of these things. So they're difficult to describe in verbiage that translates, like you just have to smell it to know what I'm talking about. So Crowhaven, love this one. I think this is actually my favorite. I'm gonna say that every time probably. Okay, moving on. I really like this one and I think it's beautiful. I rarely use that word. That word makes me gag. I don't like that word, but I think this candle is beautiful, okay? You're gonna see. Dark Secrets. Look at how pretty that is. So it's black, purple, and white, and it is just gorgeous. I love those colors together, and I just love it. So Dark Secrets. This one didn't involve a lot of discussion either, because Dark Secrets, maybe you murdered somebody. That would be a dark secret. We're getting a little morbid on this one, aren't we? My gosh, I told you, my mom, she goes deep. She goes deep with the spook, okay? She's spookier than I am sometimes, and it's, well, it's spooky. Okay, so this one, I love this one. I think this is my favorite. Okay, I'm just gonna stop saying that. These are all my favorites, okay? But seriously, I don't even have to open this one, but I will. Blackberry and sage. Okay, I really wish we had smell-o-vision. You guys need to smell this. So the swirl is black. Oh my god. That just takes me to a whole nother place. That is heaven. Wow. Mom had the idea for sage because this is the one that we were talking about. She's like, it's gotta be dark. It's gotta be dark. She's like, you know fragrances. I said, yes, I do. So I said, well, some dark scents that we like. Musks, patchoulis, sages. And she stopped me right there. She's like, sage. We gotta do sage. I said, okay, let's lift it with something. I always, if I have a dark smell, I don't let it run the show. We gotta lift it with something else, pair it with something else, right? So I was like, what can we lift it with? So I was looking through my fragrance library and I saw blackberry and I was like, dude, blackberry. And she's like, yes. So we married blackberry and sage. And it is the most fantastic thing I think I've ever smelled in my entire life. Like, I'm not even kidding. You have to smell this for yourself. Don't take my word for it, but you won't be disappointed. I promise, like absolutely promise. Dark Secrets. Plus it's pretty. It's so pretty. I love purple, as you know. I'm a little biased. Okay, next we have Evil Eye. And it is black, red, and purple. Purple. Swirl we got on this bad boy is black, of course, because we're putting the evil eye on you. Ooh, curses and stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory too. The evil eye. We all know what the evil eye is. So this one's a little bit wacky, all right? But trust us, we made a good one. It's jasmine and black licorice. I know it sounds funky, and it is a little funky, but it's a good funky. It works. Whoa, that's like another level of I never would have put these two fragrances together. The thing that created, it's the evil eye. If the evil eye had a smell accompanying it, it would be this. I just don't even know how to describe it. If you can imagine black licorice scent and jasmine scent together, well, that's this. I don't know. These are so hard to describe, but like, yeah, it's spooky. Okay, well, it's spooky. It's a whole nother different type of spooky that I never even would have thought of. So my mom is the shit. Moving on. I like this one. Hemlock Grove. Green, gray, and white. I like this one. Now, if you know anything about hemlock, And most of you who aren't from the country, like me, probably don't know a lot about hemlock, but it is a highly poisonous, toxic plant. It's pretty. It's like white, like little white flowers, but it is poisonous and it is toxic. And when it gets wet, it smells terrible. Now, hold on, hold the phone just a minute. I know. It's been described as like corn chips. I used to smell that. We had a patch down by where we lived, and every time I walked by this one spot, I would smell like Doritos. That's how I would describe it. I'm like, it smells like Doritos right here. Like, what is that? And I never knew it was hemlock until years later when Mom told me about hemlock, and I was like, that's what I was smelling in that one spot, like down where we lived. Like every time I walked by, I was so confused. I'm like, is there a Dorito bush like down and over this thing? Like what, why am I smelling Doritos every time I walk by? So that's what it's also been described as like mouse urine. I don't know why specifically mouse urine. I mean, but anyway, these are gross smells. And of course, we wanted to avoid gross smells because it's a scented candle. It needs to smell good. So we modified the realisticness of the hemlock thing for the sake of the candle because we didn't want a candle to smell bad. So we put together something really cool, okay? It's still kind of ominous, but it smells good, trust me. We got clove, mint, and evergreen, okay? Those are nice smells, right? The clove's gonna bring it down to that dark level a little bit, but the mint and the evergreen, it's pretty nice. It lifts it pretty well, trust me. Greens, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, that doesn't smell anything like hemlock, trust me. That is nice though. It's a very interesting combination, again, that I wouldn't have thought of. So, thanks Mom for branching me out into these weirdo fragrance territories that I never would have ventured on my own. It's really cool. It's really nice. It's really different. Like something about that strong spice smell from the clove with that mint, with that evergreen, like these are three strong scents all on their own and we put them together and it makes something really weird. Like I mean, it's awesome, but it's like I said, I would never think to put these together. And I'm just smelling, every time I smell it, I get a whiff of a different thing. Like the first time I smelled it, I smelled the clove. The second time I smelled the other evergreen. And the next time it was the mint. It's just like it's a cycle between all three of these. And it's really cool. Like it's just a really cool candle. Like these are all really cool candles and I can't get over it. So that's Hemlock Grove. Doesn't smell like Doritos. Thank God. Doritos taste good, but they don't smell good. Okay, we got two more. Stay with me. Portraits of the Dead. Okay. All right, brown, yellow, black, brown swirl. Mom was watching a show. She watches a lot of shows and they were doing this thing where they had portraits of the dead and she said it freaked her out and it was really spooky and it was weird. I mean, really intriguing and interesting, but she said it was spooky and weird. So that's how she came up with this one. I'm like, that is, I think this might've been the first one that she mentioned actually, because she was watching that show and she got inspired. This one took a lot of deliberation between us. We kept getting stuck on colors and the scents because we were really trying to find the whoa, I can smell it from over here. The proper story to tell with what she was trying to say. So this one took a little bit longer than the other ones, but we nailed it. We nailed it in the end. We got it right. Okay, so, oh God. So this one is birch, honeysuckle, and rose. Yeah. I suggested the honeysuckle because it's got a certain smell that makes me feel a certain kind of way. I don't know how to explain that, but again, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, if you think Portraits of the Dead and like how that makes you feel and where that takes you mentally, and then put a scent in the air, it would be this. That's the easiest way I can... I'm so frustrated that I can't explain these in words. But you need to smell it. You need to smell it to know what I'm talking about. But like that is where this takes you. This is what this is. This is the feel, this is the embodiment of Portraits of the Dead. And it's awesome. And you'll love it. I love it. This is another one that Mom is getting. She wanted this one. She wanted Evil Eye too, I think. Oh my God. Oh, my feet are falling asleep. Ah. I'm so short. I had to like sit way up. Okay, last one. I love the colors on this one so much. Oh my God. Okay, we got Unfinished Business. Now, this is blue, white, and gray. I think this is gorgeous. I wouldn't have thought to put these colors together. and I love it. It's got a blue swirl, and I just love the spooky colors, the font, everything. Like, this one's amazing. So this one is cedar, musk, and spices, okay? And obviously the idea here is that mom was like, well, you know, spirits of the dead, they come back. You know, they come back because they have unfinished business, so they're gonna, like, you know, fly around, follow you around, and haunt you until they get what they want, right? And that's what we made. That is what we made. So if you can imagine a ghost flying around, chasing you around like, hey, I want my unfinished business. You have to finish my business so I can pass on. I don't think that's what a ghost would sound like, and I don't know why I did that, but that's the headspace I'm in right now, apparently. So if you can imagine what that might smell like, I believe this to be it. I'm like getting breathless from sniffing all these in a row. Excuse me, it doesn't help that my nose is stuffy right now too, but anyway, stupid weather. It's -20 right now. Isn't that precious? This one's just nice. Like, it's just nice, you know? It doesn't have like a huge wham bam thank you ma'am. I mean, it's strong, but it's like, it's just nice. I could just see like lighting this one and reading a book and having, you know, a cup of tea or something. Like, that's kind of what this one is to me, you know? It's just nice. It would create a really nice atmosphere, like a really nice ambience, I think. It's just like woody and spicy. It's just pleasant, you know? It's really nice. Plus, it's just pretty. I just love these colors together. Like, I don't know. I'm super into this. So I am all about this new collection, of course. Of course I am. My mom is awesome. These are her brain babies. These are hers. And I actually hate the phrase brain babies. And I've said it like 3 times in this video now. But anyway, these are all her creations. These are her ideas. I just brought them to life. Should I put mom in charge of Underworld Connection and I can just be the maker? Like, she can design them and I'll just make them. I think that would be awesome because she has great ideas. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, definitely send Mama Mouse some support here on the channel in the comments because she definitely deserves it. Like, she's super creative and these are some amazing freaking candles she came up with. And I want to share them with you guys. And I know she's going to be super, super touched to see these get ordered and see people enjoying them. And like, you know, I feel joy when I create something and I see people wanting to buy it and wanting to smell it and enjoying it and leaving feedback and stuff. Like, it brings me a lot of joy and I do it all the time. So I can only imagine how happy this is gonna make my mom when you guys show interest in these and you want to smell them for yourselves and you leave good feedback about it. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just like, I know, oh my gosh, like, it's gonna make her so happy. It makes me happy. I'm happy on her behalf. Like, I'm just happy she created these. Like, I'm happy to be a part of these cool freaking candles that she just like thought of, and I just made them. I just made them. I just brought them to life. I didn't think of them at all. Like, these are hers. These are all hers, and they came out amazing. And I love them all so much, especially this one and this one. And that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. So go check these out on underworldconnection.com. They're also available on my Etsy shop. And if you want to try the sample sizes, I still do have a build your own 6-pack of the 4-ounce tins, which I don't have any on hand to show you. Yes, I do. This size. You can build your own 6-pack of the 4-ounce tins. And I know there's 8 of these candles, but you know, you can at least get 6 of them, or you can get a couple of those and pick some other stuff, whatever you want. So that's not on Etsy, unfortunately, because they don't let me put that many options in the select a category thing, which is very irritating. So that's why it's only on my website. Sorry about that. I mean, you can get these in wax melts too, or you can just go for broke and order the big 3-wick candle. And again, don't forget, these all have the brand new wicks and they burn really, really well and really clean, and they're awesome. I tested them. I showed them in a video. You're gonna love these new wicks. Promise. Trust me. A-okay. I need to go to bed. Okay, anyway. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for checking out the candles with me. Be sure to leave all your love and support for Mama Mouse in the comments below. And I can't wait to see how you guys like these candles. So go check them out. I love you. Don't forget to watch out for the sheep as always. And vlog phrase of the day is, crows like shiny things. Because they do. Alright, see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out. Love you. Appreciate you so much. Okay, bye.